Hi, everyone. If you haven't heard about this yet, this is the realistic avatar showcase, which demonstrates what you can do with the DAZ to Roblox Studio developer kit, which is currently in open beta. So this Roblox experience is now live on Roblox, and the open beta you can download from GitHub, and I'll have links to both of these items in the description below. So in this video, uh, I'm going to go from start to finish, how to download and install Daz to Roblox Studio, and uh, then I'll also walk through the entire process of setting up a character in DazStudio, transferring it to Roblox Studio, and getting it into a Roblox experience just like this one. So let's get started. So the three requirements for Daz to Roblox Studio are going to be Daz Studio 4.22 or higher, Blender 3.6 or 4.0 or higher, and Roblox Studio. Once you have these three applications installed and working on your system, you can go to the Daz to Roblox GitHub release page here and download the open beta plugin. So go to the download section and download two things. Number one is going to be this DSA install script. And then if you're on Windows, download the Windows package file. If on Mac, then download the Mac one. So I am on Windows, so I'm downloading the Windows package file. Then I'm going to go into my downloads folder, and I will double click this DSA script file here. What that is going to do is start up Daz Studio, and then it's a helper script which will copy the package file into the correct folder for the Daz install manager to work with it. I have a previous version of the open beta installed, so I'm going to click replace here to replace the existing package. And if you're a new installation, then you'll just click OK here when you get a confirmation message that the package was copied correctly. When I click OK, it's going to close Daz Studio and then prompt you to log into Daz Install Manager. Go ahead and put in your password there. And again, since I have a previous version in here in my installed tabs, I'm going to click uninstall. And if you are on a new installation, then just go to this middle ready to install tab and click the install button. Once it's installed, it's going to appear in the installed tabs right there. So now let's close Daz Studio, or the install manager rather, and open Daz Studio again. And once Daz Studio opens up, we'll check to see if the installation was successful by going to File, Send to, and Roblox Studio Exporter. If you click that, you should get a dialog window that looks like this. So now let's set up a character to transfer to Roblox. I am going to choose a character that is not in the realistic avatar showcase yet, this Timor 9 giant here. Now this is going to probably be larger than the avatar marketplace requirements, but it should work in the Roblox experience. All right, so let's go ahead and add in some clothing. And I'm going to choose this Brave Corsair outfit here. And then I'm going to add in some hair. I already have a hair package in my favorites here that I want to add, which is Pure Hair Bubblegum. Now, this is an older generation of hair for an older version of Genesis um, characters. So I'm going to do this auto fit setup here, and you can check online to see how to get these older generation hairs to work on the latest Genesis 9. But I'm setting up as base hair, short hair there. And I'm going to also add some coloring to the hair. All right. So now we go to File, Send to Roblox Studio here. And some things to do for an initial setup. You want to select a output folder here. And I'm going to choose one of my dev folders here. Let's choose DazToRoblox demo. All right. And then we're going to set up our Blender executable here. And I'll set it up with Blender 4.2. All right. And then I will keep the asset type as complete character and outfit, which will give us a R15 and S1 avatar for the auto setup tool, and then one more file that includes the hair and clothing. So all of that is combined into this complete character setup here. And I'll leave everything else the same. If you want to combine multiple clothing items into one single clothing slot, then this is what you'll check. And you can also enable hidden geometry removal, but this right now is a little experimental. It may remove more geometry than you have. So click OK through that user license agreement, and the process will start. Now, while that is doing its conversion, I want to cover another thing here, which is in your documents folder. You'll have this DazToRobloxStudio developer kit. And what you can do in there is create custom modesty overlays here. And these are just PNG files with an alpha channel that get overlaid on top of the unclothed Daz skin texture. And I have examples in here, as well as some project files and templates in here. And then the same with eyelashes and eyebrows. You can search in here for some of those geometry files, and they'll be available in both FBX and Blender format for you. And additionally, you'll also have an example output that the exporter should create for you. All right. So now we'll just wait for the exporter here to finish creating our files ready for Roblox Studio, and this should take about 5 to 10 minutes for the entire conversion process at most. All right, so the export process is now complete. You can click OK here, and you should get a Windows Explorer window open up with 3 new files or 6 new files in here. All right, and I'm just gonna remove these older files here to make it a little bit more readable. You'll see 2 R15 avatar files in Blender and FBX format, 2 S1 avatars ready for the auto setup tool, and then a layered accessories Blender file and FBX file that contains the hair and clothing layer. So you can either edit these right now before sending it to Roblox, or I'm just going to go ahead and import them directly into Roblox Studio as is. And what I'm going to do is import them directly into my existing realistic avatar showcase project. Okay, so I'm going to go to the avatar tab and import 3D file, go to that output file that we created, and select the R15 avatar. And wait for this to load in. Make sure that the modesty layers are imported correctly here so that you don't get any unnecessary account bans. And then I'm going to upload it, and then it's going to be automatically R15 here. Because I have the avatar setup window already open, it's going to immediately ask me for eyelashes and eyebrow geometry here. And I'm going to set them up for layered clothing there so that it appears on this side. All right. And you can see that we already have 2 warnings here. If I open that up, you'll see that these warnings are related to the asset size being too large. And we already knew that to begin with because this character is definitely much larger than the regular marketplace avatars. So let's get the clothing here, this layered accessories file. Now, sometimes you'll also see a message about the asset being rejected for failing to pass moderation. And usually that happens to textures because it's a false positive from the automated moderation checker. And what you can do then, if you're sure that it is a false positive, is just delete this model and re-import it. And hopefully the second time it will pass moderation. All right, so I'm just going to import the clothing file as is, and then we will set it up with the accessory fitting tool. All right, so I will start with the pants. Just set that up with clothing, pants as the asset type. And then here you see that it's fitting very well on our Roblox character. I'll confirm that and then move on to the shirt. And I'll put that in the shirt slot. Right, and now let's do the vest. The vest can go into either the sweater or the jacket, or really any other top clothing slot here. I'll just put it into a sweater slot. And let's do the hat. And that's an accessory here. And then let's click on the hair, the bubblegum hair here. Now, additionally, for the hair, we should be able to set an alpha channel, but it looks like the surface appearance may not have imported correctly. Let's just go ahead and try that, see what happens here when I set an overlay color. Nope, So it looks like the alpha channel did not correctly set that time. What we can do is either re-import it or go check the original files to see what happened. But I will go ahead and just move on to the boots here for now. And that is, I'll set it to left shoe. All right, so now we have our Brave Corsair boots, hat, pant, shirt, vest. I'll select all of them with a control left click, and then I will right click, copy, and put them all into this Timor Giant here. Let's close that window. Right click, paste into. And it looks like it came in the correct position here, but in case it does not, so for example, sometimes the shirt will come in and be ordered above the vest. You can go in here into the handle wrap layer, and under this ordering, I'm just going to hard code the vest to always be on the second layer so that it should not interfere with the shirt. Okay. And while we're at that, let's just delete that previous import and try the import again to see if we can maybe get that hair with the alpha channel. Now it looks like the alpha channel is not coming in. I'm just going to quickly check the FBM folder here to see if there was any issue. And it looks like the FBM folder may not be correct, so I'm just going to delete that. Let's take a look at the Blender real quickly. So here is our Blender file. I'm just going to check the hair to see if the alpha channel got imported correctly. And as you can see, the alpha channel does not look like it imported correctly. So we'll just leave it at that. And maybe I'll make another video and going back in and showing you how to correctly import the hair. But for now, let's just take this character here, and I am going to copy it and put it over here next to the other scene that we have ready for our avatar showcase. I'm just going to rename this character. Let's grab one of these pedestals here, do a duplicate, pull that out, and I'll just reposition Timor on top of the pedestal. And then set all of that, actually just the pedestal. Let's see. No, actually, yeah, I do want to set an anchor on both Timor so this character doesn't flop around. The next thing I need is I'm going to need a proximity prompt and an animate node. I'll copy that from Victoria here and paste that into this new Timor Giant that we have. All right, and let's just click play and see what happens. Awesome, there you have it. All right, that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one, and I'll go ahead and publish this online so you can test it out yourselves.